So, let's talk about the character who unexpectedly stole the show during the 5.8 livestream, Lauma. She wasn't even meant to be the highlight, but her teaser had everyone asking who she was. I totally get the excitement around her. Her visual design is gorgeous. She has this captivating presence, and she can actually transform into a glowing deer, which is pretty amazing. Today I want to go through everything we know about her so far, what's been officially confirmed, and share why I think she could end up being one of the most interesting characters Genshin has given us. Mavuika's banner is finally here, and if you're thinking about pulling for her and want to take advantage of a special version 5.7 discount, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Genesis crystals. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 25% discounts compared to in-game prices. And a super simple process. Just select the amount of Genesis crystals you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. Everything is done securely, so your items are delivered straight to your account without any stress. In addition to Genshin Impact, on Loot Bar you can also top up other games like Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves. And if you play on other platforms like PS5 and Xbox, you can also top up at Loot Bar. Click the link in the description and register to get an additional 10% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. Now, let me tell you in on everything we actually know about her so far, all the stuff that's been officially confirmed, and why I honestly think she's going to end up being one of the most interesting characters we've gotten in ages. If you didn't catch the live stream, Lauma showed up right at the end of the 5.8 program when they were giving us that sneak peek at version 6.0 and the whole Nod Krai region. The cool thing is, she's not just some random NPC we'll meet once in a cutscene, she's actually going to be someone we can play as. I'm not just guessing here either, because they made it pretty clear during the stream, and all the reliable leakers confirmed it right away. Things can change during development sometimes, but this feels like it's definitely happening. From what we've seen, she's supposed to become playable in the second half of 6.0. They haven't officially said she's a 5-star yet, but honestly, looking at where she fits in the banner timeline, how much effort they put into her reveal, and the whole way they presented her, it's pretty obvious that's what we're looking at. What really gets me excited about her, though, is her actual role and all the lore they've built around her character. So Lauma is a priestess for this group called the Children of the Frost Moon, and they seem to be super important to the whole Nod Krai storyline. This isn't just some random title they gave her either. The teaser actually showed us what their whole thing is about, and it looks incredible. We're talking about these beautiful snowy landscapes, these moonlit ceremonies that look really ancient and mysterious, and just this overall feeling of calm that's almost otherworldly. Lauma feels like she belongs in that world completely, like she was born from the very spirit of the place. She has this really interesting energy that's both peaceful and strong at the same time, mystical but still feels real somehow. Her name is actually pretty interesting too. It comes from Baltic mythology, where Lauma were these nature spirits that protected forests and took care of orphaned children. So, if Hoyoverse is really pulling from that background, she might end up being this protective character, either in the story or maybe even in how her kit works in gameplay. Alright, let's get into the actual gameplay stuff we've seen, because this is where she gets really interesting. So, we know Lauma uses Dendro. They showed that pretty clearly in her reveal. You can see her vision sitting on her hip with this really beautiful green glow that stands out perfectly against all the snowy scenery. But the coolest part is definitely her transformation ability, where she can actually turn into this glowing deer. And I mean, she literally becomes the deer. It's not like she's calling one to help her or riding it around. From what we could see in the teaser, she can actually move and explore while she's in that deer form, which could mean we're getting some completely new ways to get around the world, or maybe even fight enemies. It kind of reminds me of how the Notland characters work, but with this really spiritual, mystical feel that might interact with the environment or monsters in ways we haven't seen before. Obviously, there's still a bunch of stuff we just don't know about her yet. Like, we haven't seen what weapon she uses, and we have no clue how her elemental skill or burst actually work aside from that transformation thing. We also don't really know how big of a role she'll play in the main story. Is she going to be super important to the Archon quest? Or is she more like a representative of her group? But honestly, looking at how they've been showing her off, it really doesn't seem like she's just going to be some random character they throw in there. Everything about how they revealed her makes it feel like she's supposed to represent what the Children of the Frost Moon are all about and really capture the whole vibe of Nod Krai as a region. So basically, Lauma isn't going to be just another Dendro character we add to our teams and forget about. She could end up being this really important character who changes how transformation works in the game, while also having tons of interesting lore behind her. Maybe she'll work really well with characters like Nahida, or maybe she's going to bring completely new Dendro strategies that nobody's seen before. Either way, I'm really looking forward to seeing how much they expand on her whole moon and forest theme. There's so much potential based on what we saw in that short teaser, and since Nod Krai is this totally new region that's supposed to be different from everywhere else we've been, she might be the perfect character to help us understand what makes this place so special and unique. Tell me your opinions about Lauma in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.